What's good, fam? And welcome back to the channel. Yo, the streets been buzzing, social media's been on fire, and there's a lot of talk about a titan in the game, Tyler Perry. Now, a civil lawsuit has been filed against him. These are some heavy claims, no doubt. So today, we're here to lay out the facts, what's being said, who's saying it, and what Mr. Perry's team is firing back with. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. All right, so who's behind these claims? It's an actor named Derek Dixon. Now, if you've been watching Tyler Perry shows, you might know Mr. Dixon from The Oval and Ruthless. The lawsuit he just dropped is a civil suit filed in California, and it's throwing out some serious allegations: sexual assault, sexual harassment, workplace gender violence, and professional retaliation. Now, just to be clear for everybody out there, this is a civil lawsuit. That means Mr. Dixon is looking for money, for damages. This is different from a criminal case where someone could face jail time. We're not talking about that here. Not yet. This is all playing out in the civil courts. So let's peel back these layers and see exactly what's in this complaint from Mr. Dixon. The lawsuit claims that Tyler Perry, being the powerhouse he is in Hollywood, used his position in power to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic. According to the suit, Mr. Dixon alleges that at first, Perry was promising him big moves, career advancement, creative opportunities. But then, the lawsuit claims, it switched up. Things escalated into sexual harassment and assault when Mr. Dixon supposedly didn't go along with what he calls unwanted advances. The complaint even drops screenshots of what are presented as alleged unwanted sexual text messages from Perry to Dixon. One message that's been quoted out there reportedly asked, and I quote, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex?" And it gets heavier. Mr. Dixon is alleging multiple times he was sexually assaulted. One claim says Perry forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his behind, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. Another alleged incident describes Perry getting into bed with Dixon uninvited and groping him while Dixon was a guest at Perry's house. On top of all that, there's the claim of professional retaliation. Dixon says Perry made it clear that if he ignored these advances or didn't play along with the sexual innuendos, his character on The Oval would be written off. Basically, his job was on the line if he didn't do what was being asked. The lawsuit also mentions that Mr. Dixon filed a complaint with the EEOC, that's the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. He then left The Oval because he claims the producers didn't do anything to investigate his accusations. Mr. Dixon is asking for at least $260 million in damages, and he wants a jury to hear his side of the story. Now, this new lawsuit from Derek Dixon has definitely reignited a conversation that many in the community have been having for a while. It's brought back memories of comments made by another actor, Christian Keyes. According to the lawsuit itself, in December 2023, Christian Keyes posted a video on social media detailing his abusive experience with an anonymous Black Hollywood billionaire. The lawsuit states that Dixon pieced together and believes this anonymous billionaire to be Tyler Perry. The lawsuit goes on to say that Dixon heard Mr. Keyes' account and saw that Perry had been engaging in the same sexual conduct as other actors, just like the interactions described by Keyes. The suit specifically notes how the alleged incidents are very similar. Now, let's hear some of what Christian Keyes himself described in that video, which is quoted in the lawsuit. He talked about getting drunk at this anonymous person's home, staying in his guest room, and this person entering the guest room and getting into his bed.
I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But yeah, you got a grown-ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room because he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bent, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm asleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep. and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out, like, what the fuck? Get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on the alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm going. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again. Now, at that point, my only regret is not breaking multiple bones in this person's face. Like beating the dog shit out of this person, right? Because that's available to me at all times. That inner grizzly bear is always available, but in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? And but you got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account. Who are you gonna believe?
It's clear from the lawsuit that Derek Dixon believes these experiences are directly connected to Tyler Perry, even though Christian Keys never named names.
And then adding another layer to this already complex situation, an open letter was published recently by Baller Alert, addressed directly to Tyler Perry. Now, I'm going to read parts of it for you. To Tyler Perry, this letter comes from a place of love and long-standing admiration. From your early plays to dominating Hollywood with your own studio, you've shown us what's possible when vision meets resilience. We've watched you write, direct, and produce your way into history, becoming a symbol of success in the Black community. You're not just an entertainer, you're an inspiration. And because of that, we feel connected to you. So when recent allegations made headlines, while some were stunned, others weren't shocked at all. Not because of any wrongdoing, those legal matters will have their day in court, but because the speculation around your personal identity has lingered for years. The truth is, many of us saw what you've never confirmed, and through it all, our love for you hasn't changed. If anything, it's deepened. We remember you opening up to Oprah about the pain of childhood trauma, about the confusion and hurt from abuse. That was a raw, vulnerable moment that made us feel even closer to you. You've always urged us to live in our truth through the characters you bring to life. Now maybe it's your turn to do the same. Allegations aside, your legacy is already cemented, but there's another kind of freedom waiting when you stop hiding pieces of who you are. Whatever truth you've been wrestling with, know that it won't push us away. If anything, it'll bring us closer, just like you've done for years. Lifted us up with your stories, now let us lift you with our acceptance. We're not going anywhere. All right, so that's the letter. Now, for us, seeing that kind of public address, especially right now, it raises some serious questions about what's appropriate. Personally, I gotta be straight up with you, I think it's out of line. Here's why. While that letter is framed as coming from a place of love and talks about truth, it crosses a boundary. Someone's sexuality or any aspect of their private life is exactly that, private. It's not something anyone owes to the public, no matter how famous or influential they are. And let's talk about that phrase, allegations aside. Kevin Spacey, did you write this? Huge red flag. When you've got serious claims of sexual assault and professional retaliation being made in a lawsuit, you can't just brush that aside. That phrase, in this context, sounds like an attempt to distract from the real, serious issues at hand. The bigger issue right now isn't someone's personal identity or private life. It's the allegations.
So where do we go from here? Like any big court case, this one's gonna be a process. It's gonna move through the legal system. That means both sides will be digging for evidence, taking depositions, and possibly trying to get the case thrown out before it even sees a jury. Now, these are still allegations in a civil complaint, and everyone's considered innocent until proven guilty, and in a civil case, it's on the person bringing the suit to prove their claims. We're going to keep our eyes on this situation, fam. As soon as more facts drop, confirmed through the court, we'll be right back here to give you the real. So, what do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciated us breaking this down for you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more real talk, and hit the bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.